Welcome back to Slide 2. This is part 18 and we're on to phase 2 of episode 5. Well, things are gonna get a little paranormal here. So, hope you believe in spooks. Oh, not before I'm about to die, of course. Gotta love that area. And look at that, I didn't get distracted by a shiny pocket. That's interesting.
Alright, Sly, there's your new objective. Sneak inside and smash the coffin of the evil wolf priestess.
Sounds pretty harsh. Does the old girl really deserve that sort of treatment?
Weren't you listening? She was an evil wolf priestess. Once you smash the coffin, it'll free all the ghosts trapped in there with her.
Okay, I don't know where you're going with all of this, but freeing trapped ghosts sounds vaguely heroic.
I guess. It's pretty funny to think about. Sly is normally, I mean, I guess the game doesn't really hint at us, but I'm pretty sure Sly's like killing everyone. That's at least what the job failed. Like the text says, whenever you kill key guard, it's like, you killed, not knocked out, killed. No sugarcoating. Anyway, this section's pretty tame for Sly. You just grab onto the axes there, the giant axes. Or you just wait long enough until they sync together and you just go on one side and dodge it entirely.
Nice work. Now head outside and I'll fill you in on phase 2. I've modified the imager in your binocucom to capture ghosts.
Didn't I just set these guys free? Why would I want to capture them again?
Not to worry, it's only a short-term confinement. Gather all the ghosts, then set them free down the chimney of Neela's headquarters.
I get you. She'll think it's a sneak attack from the Contessa.
Correct. If I did my math right, and I always do my math right, Neela should respond to the assault by purchasing more firepower.
Anything bad for the Contessa is good for us. And we get to really freak out Neela.
I guess Sly's take up some spirit photography here. Yeah, I'm not gonna. There's nothing really to be explained here about ghosts. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, I hope you learned how to navigate this map, because if you haven't, this will certainly teach you. You basically just gotta go around all over the place and you'll find all 9 of them eventually. Although this can get a little annoying because these ghosts tend to hide inside buildings, and well, obviously you can't take a picture of them if that happens. And of course you gotta do all the usual like photography stuff, like zoom in just right and, you know, take the picture. Nothing obscuring the ghost or anything. Just the usual stuff that, you know, I've had to do for the game so far. All these recon jobs, and I guess that code capture one. Would this technically be the next step in like these non-recon photo jobs? Like, is this like part 2 to the code capture job type, I guess? Oh, look at that. Quadruple 7s. That is lucky. Not anymore. What was I saying? Yeah, I guess it's been going a ramble about this being like the next thing to code capture. Yeah, I wish I could say more, but I don't really want to spoil future jobs, you know, explicitly anyway, you know, by giving out details. And there's a good chance that I've already forgotten. There's how many jobs in this game? Can't possibly remember all of them. But good news, we're already like halfway through this game, so I'll just be forgetting about all the jobs we went through instead. Oh, luckily the ghosts here don't like do anything when Sly's around. I think they kind of twirl around when they're near Sly, but that's about it. That's a lucky shot. Had it been a moment later, that would have been it. Would have had to wait a little bit longer for that ghost to have. Whoa. Oh, I forgot. That doesn't happen on this, does it? Like, I think I said this before, but I'm not playing this on like disc, but open PS2 loader. Why? Well, it's because I'm using like a modified version of the game that gets rid of this blur that the game normally has. I don't know why it has it, but it does. So I used a mod that patches it out, so it looks a little nicer. Unfortunately, it does not help with all these like interlacing artifacts that you can see here. Unfortunately, the retro tink doesn't quite get rid of it completely. This is what the motion adaptive deinterlacing. I would have expected more, but oh well. Then again, I'm also kind of stretching the image here. PS2 games normally technically aren't 4:3. Kind of have to be stretched a little to meet that area. If I've learned anything from previous like old videos, I remember you can't deinterlace something from non-native resolution. But then again, I never tested this with actual native resolution, so for all I know, I'm probably just speaking incorrectly here. Yeah, surprise, there's something here in the well. That's what happens when you go down there. It's nothing to worry about. Although you might have seen that already back in like the slideshow back in phase 1. Although that also showed like some door not being loaded in there. The stuff you find there. I mean, I think I saw like a missing like wall in that same slideshow. Of course, this one has to be right above all the tanks. Luckily, you can just still avoid the tanks by going up here on the rooftops and just biding your time. There we go. Yeah, this is a mostly painless job. It's one of the weirder ones, but it's not the most out there one. We haven't got there yet.
Okay, Sly, you have all the ghosts. Now just make your way to Neela's HQ and drop them down her chimney.
So the Contessa wants war, eh? Perhaps it's time I purchase a little air power. A few bombers should put that old charlatan in her place.
Well, that certainly got her attention. And just as quickly as she got out. Neela goes back in, and we don't see her again for a while. I don't think she has much of a role here. Despite, well, I guess she does. She has some presence here, that's about it. It's gonna be the same thing with Contessa, I'm sure. Now let's see this new gadget that Bentley has, the health extractor. I gotta divide it correctly, I guess. Just a better, more comfortable button to use it on. Yeah, these flashlights are annoying. If you're playing as anyone but Sly, you will not be able to run past them fast enough to avoid them. Look at that. Did I really need a snooze bomb? Whatever case, I'm showing off the health extractor. Unfortunately, this is probably the worst episode to introduce it in because, let's just say this first job does not allow much room for error.
That's it. I knew she'd have a bad Mojo collector to transport the overflow.
Huh?
It's a semi-magical device that sucks up bad Mojo. I'll need it to gather the runoff from these spouts.
Wow, sounds easy.
Not really. Bad Mojo is a powerfully dark force. Take any damage while carrying that collector and you're done for.
Wow, sounds hard.
Yes, it presents an interesting tactical challenge. Perhaps I could use the death traps native to these crypts against any foe that might attempt to thwart my collection of the ectoplasm.
Huh? No way that'll work. I'd use that switch to smash up the guards before they ever got near me.
Precisely. Once all 4 cylinders of the collection device are full, that should be enough black magic to destroy the Mind Shuffler.
And here's why I said the health extractor was not useful. This is a no damage job. Any hit Bentley takes here is job failed. Oh well, it's an interesting job nonetheless. And I remember really, I think I struggled on this when I was a kid when I first played this. Not as much as the other Bentley job, but, well, let's just say as a kid you can't help but get hit. I mean, I wasn't really all that graceful. It's like Cooper when I first played it. I think this was only like, what? My 3rd Sly game. I got Sly 3 as a demo, and then I got Sly 1, then Sly 3, and Sly 2. I played most of Sly 3, you know, by the time I got to this one.
Looks like the spouts run out of bad Mojo. No matter, I'm 1/4 of the way to a full tank.
I'm not really sure how to use your computer, but a new crypt should be up in your binocular.
Anyway, enough of that ramble that I was on about. I should have been explaining the mechanics of this job. There's no time segment at all in this thing. It's, I think it'd be more accurate to say, the timer is based on how many enemies you kill, so you can't just like wait them out. You have to keep killing guards to, you know, make this work out. But that's how it is. Each chamber provides a different sort of challenge here, as you can see.
Watch out!
So while the first one was like super simple, just like some simple crusher that you have to account for, here you have very different death traps to use.
Hurry it up!
And well, I think this one might be a little too easy. Like, I think this should have been the first one if it weren't for how simple the other one was. Because you can literally just use that axe and exploit the hell out of this job. Like, seriously, look at this.
Like that!
Like, this is seriously busted. It recharges just in time that you can hit another wave of wolves to kill. And then you can use their life force to power up your bad Mojo collector. Yeah, I had to break it up just by using that other trap. Anyway, if this game ever gets remade, I hope they don't patch this out or change this or anything like that. It's useful.
Strike!
And then again, the Sly 2 remake would certainly be
It's not
interesting.
ready yet!
I mean,
Needs more time!
I guess with things like the Crash Insane trilogy, they'd probably make some, you know, faithful kind of remake.
It's still resetting!
But it really makes you wonder what they could do with that. You know, maybe for like the advancements of Sly 3.
Come on! Excellent! Another chamber in my Mojo collector is full. Moving on to the third crypt.
Maybe with a remake of Sly 2, they probably would fix the UI inconsistencies. Or maybe not, you never know.
There should be a new waypoint in your binocular.
That's a pretty dick move on this game's part. Putting a flashlight guard right out there. If you're rushing this, have fun. And of course, yeah, the rules in this job apply to the overworld as well, so if any of these guys get a hit on you, job failed. Oh yeah, now I remember what's going on here. This is where it gets interesting. Or should I say the opposite of that, because I found a way to get myself stuck here. Instead of just, like, I don't know, using that as a distraction, I tried really desperately to kill these guys. It's a good thing I got the long toss gadget back in the previous episode, or this wouldn't have worked out. But hey, that's one thing you can't do with the regular bombs, is do this. Maybe I should have considered this as like a legitimate form of distraction. And if you're playing this at home, you should too. Try not to do what I'm doing here. Man, they really made us go all the way back here. This one's really close to the first one. They could have just moved this stuff, but nah, guess not. Gotta make you run back and forth. I think this one might be one of the harder ones of this job.
This'll hurt.
Only like what? 2 real viable options for defense. As you can see here, this one just shoots out flame. And this one just puts everyone to sleep. It's all it is. So really, you gotta rely on your wits more often now. Oh yeah, and look at that. Bentley didn't take any damage from a little rock being thrown at him. Oh, that would have been pretty funny if getting hit by a rock somehow resulted in the Mojo exploding right then and there.
Still out.
Oh, I'm sure you know the drill by now. I don't exactly screw these jobs up on video. And if I did, well, you're not gonna be seeing it. In fact, I think this is the job I failed the most in this entire Let's Play. I actually surprisingly struggled with it.
That does it for this room. Looks like I've only got one more crypt to go.
Send you another waypoint, but it's kind of buried in the well. You'll figure it out.
Or you could just take the side path and ignore going all that way there. You know, jumping into the well. We already did a sly, so why show it off as Bentley? The man's job has been playing up Murray's dumbness, I guess you could say. I never considered him that stupid from the previous, you know, conversations, but yeah. He gets confused by Bentley's explanation here. Yeah, that's all you need to know. They made him dumber here at this job. All you need to know is the Murray's the guy for the job. If he's the guy, he's the guy. So I don't think he needs to be talking to you like a little kid. There, that's all the traps shown off. Normally I'm good enough that I don't really need to ever use all of them. I certainly didn't when I played this a while back for a different video, unrelated to this.
That'll hurt.
In fact, I don't think I failed it when I was doing that. And I played it through it like twice. Yeah, these guards just don't learn a damn thing. Keep doing this, keep doing that, and dying over and over.
Alright, the deed is done. With a Mojo collector at full capacity, I should be able to blow the clockwork eyes off that mind shuffler. This is going to be great.
49%. That's nice, considering I think we're already at the halfway point of these. Like, in terms of video count, we're already past the halfway point. Although video, like time-wise with these videos, I'm not really quite sure. I mean, I guess I also cut out like all the important parts of this, you know, like bottle collecting and all that. So it's not really all that accurate too. Oh well, whatever. We got another job to do. And wow, this episode's a model one, I guess you could say. Like this phase so far is everyone actually utilizing their skill set. Episode 1 was busy being a tutorial episode, mainly relying on Sly. Episode 2, Murray had his time to shine in Phase 2, and Bentley had his time in Phase 3. Although I guess you did technically play as Murray for one part, but that was about it. Episode 3 was like the one where Murray had like no role until the end. And yeah, the less we talk about, just for the better. Here though, everyone gets their time to shine, and nobody roaches on everybody else's, jobs here. There's a Sly job, there's a Bentley job, and there's a Murray job. So, gotta love the equal representation here.
Hey, Murray, can you see the General from there?
Nope. Just an old man coming up the ramp.
Don't let his appearance fool you. That's General Clawfoot, and he's one of the toughest old soldiers you'll ever see. Not to mention head of castle security.
What if he doesn't want to come? I don't want to hurt him.
Oh, don't worry about that. He's only afraid of two things, fire and water. Other than that, you couldn't hurt him if you wanted to. He might even come in handy along the way, as a projectile.
Wow, that is handy.
Too bad this is the one job, the new gadget is pretty useless for, Diablo Fire Slam, was it? Basically just a flaming thunder flop. I've shown it off already. Insta kills enemies just the same. And unfortunately, you'll fail the job using it on the General here.
Great. Now bring him back to the safe house. I parked it in your Monaco.
Pretty nice though to hear that the General will not actually attack you for any reason. You do the fight music just came on there. I don't think it triggered the hive mind. I think anyway. So he's really just some retired guy just touring around the castle. Oh, yeah, this is a careful place. You gotta be careful with the General. Get hit by the lights there, and well, there's a good chance he might fall into the water, and he's dead. Anyway, that's it. That was a really simple job. Even easier because of the Atlas strength.
Well, General Clawfoot, we've got a lot to talk about. You wouldn't by chance know the security codes to the castle gates, Don't feel like talking, huh? How about a little of this? Talk, you scoundrel!
Best way to end this part, huh?
All right, fellas, let's get down to business. The first steps to escalating the war between Neela and the Contessa have gone well. We're down to the final setups before we spring our trap. Sly, I need you to steal a voice modulator from the castle and install it under Neela's headquarters. If all goes as planned, it should allow us to give orders to her mercenaries without being detected. Unfortunately, Neela's recent bomber purchase has made her army over-enthusiastic, and they might strike before we're ready. Which leads me to Murray. I need you to hotwire one of the Contessa's tanks and go to town on the mercenaries. We just need to intimidate them a little. And finally, I'll venture back into the crypts to power up that old computer in the re-education tower. We're going to need it to save Carmelita. Oh, and Sly, if you haven't already got one, you'll need to buy a paraglider for the heist. Okay, let's move out!